I had hoarded too many of those maybes. So many that I couldn't even pinpoint the exact second my entire world narrowed down to just him. But I had never once stopped to ask myself one crucial question. Did he protect me because he actually loved me, or simply because I had always been there? Take care of someone long enough, and it becomes a habit. Protect someone long enough, and it morphs into an obligation. And I had stupidly confused habit and obligation with love. The strange part? Hearing him admit he never planned on marrying me didn't shatter me the way I thought it would. Was I bitter? Maybe a little. But he hadn't technically done anything wrong. He just didn't love me. I turned back down the hallway, my footsteps completely silent against the floorboards. A draft from the open window hit my face. The skin on my cheeks felt freezing. I lifted a trembling hand, my fingertips brushing against the icy wetness. Oh, my body was crying, even if my brain hadn't registered it yet. It didn't matter. Tears eventually dry. Alistair. Starting tonight, I was done needing your protection. I sat locked in the back seat of his SUV, my jaw wired shut for the entire drive back to campus. Willow, who supposedly suffered from terrible motion sickness, sat shotgun. She spent the entire ride laughing and chatting with Alistair. I had never realized just how much they had to talk about. The tires scraped against the curb outside our dorm building. Willow linked her arm through mine, practically gluing herself to my side. Right at the stairwell entrance, her footsteps stuttered to a halt. Cordelia. I turned to look at her. She dropped my arm. Her head ducked, fingers twisting into knots in front of her. I'm so sorry I kept it from you. Alistair said he didn't want you overthinking it. Her eyes were already rimmed with red. I swear I only begged him to help edit my thesis and write that letter. Someone with my background, going abroad for grad school is something I couldn't even dream of. I stared at her, utterly silent. Panic flared in her eyes. The tears spilled over, dropping one by one in perfect, tragic succession. She was incredibly good at crying. Cordelia, please don't get the wrong idea. He only helped me because of you. You're his fiancé. A quiet, self-deprecating laugh almost escaped me. So she did remember Alistair was my fiancé. It's fine. I forced my mouth into a smile. Opportunities, right? They always favor the prepared. The tears hung on her eyelashes, but her expression went rigid for a split second. Then, the floodgates opened harder. Cordelia, you're so brilliant and independent. You have everything. He just realized I could never measure up to you, so I needed this spot more. She closed the gap between us, grabbing my hand. She looked up at me, a textbook picture of fragile distress. Cordelia, I swear I only just found out from Alistair that you wanted to apply for the London programs too. If I had known. I looked down at her fingers gripping my skin. Those exact same hands had been flat against Alistair's chest last night. What exactly are you trying to say? I asked. She shook her head frantically. Nothing. I don't want you two fighting over me. Relax. We aren't fighting. Her teeth dug into her lower lip. A flash of resentment crossed her eyes before vanishing. The perfectly timed tears continued to roll. Cordelia, do you hate me now? I just looked at her. She cried beautifully. The corners of her eyes flushed a delicate pink, her lashes clumped and damp. She looked like the very picture of fragile innocence, the kind that naturally drew people's pity. No, I ripped my hand out of her grip. My voice was dead calm. He was right. You definitely deserve it more than I do. Willow froze, totally thrown off script. I didn't spare her another glance. I turned and walked up the concrete stairs.